Hello, my name is Dylan Powell. During the last 8 weeks, I have been learning all about corrections and all of the different type of situation correctional officers have to face on a daily basis. I would like to talk about two of the big ideas that I have learned throughout this course. The big ideas I think would be the most important for all corrections officers to know would be inmate behavior and how communication can help a correctional officer handle the different types of situations that can occur. I would also like to discuss what a correctional officer should do to keep everyone safe in the facility. When dealing with any type of behavioral issue or violence from the inmate, it's important for the officer to know right from wrong. Responding in the right type of way is important for the officer's safety and others around them. Responding in an unethical behavior way could make a prisoner who is possibly a threat have more anger or mixed emotions, leading to more violence. What's the best way to keep yourself and everyone around you safe? Whether it's minimum, medium, or maximum security prison, to keep everyone safe, an officer's main goal would be to make sure the inmate feels less emotionally isolated, calming them down, and then taking further actions. The officer must know the standard safety procedures of the prison they are working for. Be aware of the surroundings will help keep control of any type of violence from occurring. Also, staying professional and communicating in the proper way will help control the prisoner's behavior. What are good communication techniques, you might ask? Listening, body language, speaking skills would be important in these situations because it determines how the prisoner is going to respond. If the officer starts throwing hands and yelling at the prisoner is going to see the officer as a threat and want to act in a violent way towards the officer, which this happens quite often in prison. I would like to teach you everyone about when a situation arises in a prison, what de-escalating tools would be used. Anytime there's a violent act between prisoners, the best way to de-escalate the situation would be to remain calm and using a lower tone when speaking. You should also take the time and listen, as well as acknowledge the prisoner who is acting in a violent way, making them realize the way they are acting is wrong. If the prisoner is still a threat, it's best to then use skills the officer was learned to gain the prisoner's control, using bodily force until they can get them into handcuffs, and then take further actions. Whenever an officer deals with a prisoner who is having behavioral issues and gets to a certain point where there is harm to themselves or anyone else, it's important to make sure the inmate mental health issue isn't becoming an issue. The officers who are concerned about the prisoner's mental health would fill out a mental health referral form, CHX 212. My scenario was over a period of several days. You notice that one inmate's behavior starts to change. They become withdrawn and refuse to interact with staff or inmates, and their personal hygiene and appearance begins to deteriorate. When you approach the inmate to discuss their behavior, the inmate becomes irate and threatens self-harm. Here's a sample of how the mental health referral form will look and what should be included in it. Right here is where you see the mental health referring form. That will be on the list. And what you will list is the prisoner's information, so their name, the date of birth, and inmate number. The referring information, you would list your name because you were the officer on duty, your date of birth, and your officer number that the prison gave you when you got hired. The reason for referral would be the description. So in my scenario, prisoner Austin Powers started acting funny in the beginning of the day, doing this by changing his behavior and keeping his distance from everyone else. He was not taking care of his hygiene and noticed something was off, so I throughout the day was keeping a close eye on him. When I went to check out the inmate, he threatened self-harm. Once this happened, I had to go down and fill out one of these mental health referrals, like I said, and that's basically every single one is the same, just prisoner information, your information, and the reasoning. Sometimes I was wondering when doing these scenarios was exactly how officers conduct routine searches and reasoning for them. I learned that searching prisoner cells is a way to protect the prisoner and officers from other prisoners who have contraband. These searches need to be done once a week and conducted by 2 officers. The officers will inspect all fixtures, fittings, and items inside the cell. Before doing this, the officer can print a copy of the inventory items for the cell. When approaching the cell, if the prisoner is in there, they will be asked to step outside of the cell and will receive a pat-down. Once done with the search, the officer will have to write a report on anything they have found, removed, or damaged in the prisoner's cell. That's it for my presentation. Have a great day.